Hello and welcome to my first live video. If you are watching, I have 3 people watching. If you're watching, if you could comment and let me know if you can see me and hear me. This is my first time doing a live, so I'm not sure if it's working right. I hope it is. I did do a couple of practice runs. Hi, okay, awesome. Hi, Katie. I recognize your name. Maybe you've commented on my videos before, maybe. Yay, 5 people now. Okay, awesome. I'm so glad. Can you guys tell I'm nervous? I'm kind of nervous. Okay. So we see you commenting on a lot of live videos too. We are similar and like watching them. And that's why I'm doing this video. I really, really like watching live videos because I feel like I actually get to know the person instead of just watching their videos. I get to interact with them. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Carrie Berry's mom. Hi, Marsha. Hi, Jessica. Thank you, Jessica. Oh my gosh, I'm up to 19 people. Hello, everyone. Thank you for watching. So my plan for this video is that in my last video, I asked people to put questions that they would want me to answer. And so my plan is to go back and forth between questions I was asked and some of these shoes that I have. So I just listed like around 16 pairs of shoes for sale. And so I'm going to go back and forth between a pair of shoes and answering a question. And if you have other questions, please put them in the chat and then I can answer those. I have 7 questions written down. And so after those, then I'll look in the chat for questions. Hi, Stephanie and Maria and Sarah and Fluffy Bob and Angel and What a Beast and Cindy. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to put your Poshmark closet in the chat, I can go check it out later. And then also if you want to put where you're from, I'm really, really interested to know where you all are from. If you guys don't know, I'm from Iowa. So, okay, let's get started. So the first question I'm going to answer is from Dorothy Cold Iron. And she says, have you ever considered selling on Mercari? Someone said it's so cool I'm doing a live. Girl, I'm nervous. This is just weird. I've never done a live before, so it feels very strange. Someone's sister's from Iowa. Cool. Okay, so anyways, back to the question. Have I ever considered selling on Mercari? I've never seriously considered it. Right now, like Poshmark is enough for me. I have a hard enough time just listing everything on Poshmark. I have considered selling on eBay. The thing that intrigues me about eBay the most is the fact that you don't have to reshare your items all the time. You can just post it and then let it sit and you don't have to worry about it. And I really like the idea of that because I feel like I spend a lot of time sharing things on Poshmark. So I do plan to branch out to eBay at some point, but I haven't yet, and I currently just sell on Poshmark. Hi, Elle from Iowa. Hello, everybody. I will check out all your closets later. A lot of them look really familiar, so I think I've looked at quite a few of your closets before. Okay, so yeah, first question now, a pair of shoes. And I'm going to go in the order that they're listed in my closet so I don't forget. One of my friends just texted me. She said she's watching, and she said, I don't know how to comment. I don't know what to tell you, girl, but I think you'll be able to try to figure it out, and I'll see if you comment below. Okay, so the first thing are these cowboy boots. They are Tony Lama cowboy boots, and these boots like sell new for, I don't know, a couple $100s, few $100s. These are pretty beat up. Like they have lots of scuffs on them, and the bottom is scuffed up, and the inside of the shoe is peeling. So I have them listed super low. Like I only have them listed at $18, and I have all of the blemishes shown in really good detail. So yeah, that's the first pair of shoes that I have listed. Love those boots. I know they're really cool, but the problem is like they have a lot of issues with them. So I don't want to put them at a high price and someone gets them and they're like, oh, there's so many flaws with them. So I did list those a lot lower than what other ones are listed at. Okay, next question was from Amanda Williams. And if you guys are in the chat when I say your name, oh, Amanda, I see your name. Okay, I'm answering one of your questions. So she asked, what does your family think about your new hobby / side hustle? So I don't know if they think, like, if they have a strong opinion about my resell side hustle. We've always like gone to garage sales growing up, and so they just think it's kind of fun that I like really want to go to garage sales now. And Amanda says, that's me. Yeah. I have a few of your questions that I'm going to go through. So anyways, but when it comes to my YouTube side hustle, that they're more interested in. So I have 4 sisters, which I mentioned before in at least one of my videos. So I have 4 younger sisters, and one of them is in high school still, and she's the one that thinks the YouTube is like the coolest. So she like, what was I saying? Sorry, I read a comment, I got distracted. Yeah, so she's the one that thinks the YouTube is the coolest. Like when I got to like 200 subscribers, she was so excited for me, and she was telling my mom and dad, she's like, Amber got to 200 subscribers, how cool. So I think that they're more intrigued in the YouTube side hustle than the Poshmark reselling side hustle. Okay, cool. My friend found the chat. Okay, so I see some questions, and I'm going to go back to the chat after I finish going through these questions. Okay, so the next pair of shoes. Hi, Cynthia. Okay, the next pair of shoes are these Pedro Garcia shoes. These I actually have had for a while. They're in one of my older videos, but they're so cool. And again, these retail for hundreds of dollars. And so I had them listed higher, and I've been dropping the price. No one seems very interested. So I retook some pictures, and I have them listed at $65. But new, this brand sells for like $500, $600, $700, and they're such a cool style. Like they're so cute. So I'm gonna hold out on these and keep the price high, and hopefully I'll find someone who loves the shoes. And the brand is Pedro Garcia, which is a brand from Spain, looks like. Yeah, Carissa, aren't they? They're so cute. I love them. I think it's like I'm attached to them, so I don't want to let them go unless someone pays a high price for them. Okay, next question. This one is also from Amanda. She asks, what is your favorite closet on Poshmark? And I was thinking about this question before I went live, and I don't know if I have a favorite closet. Typically what I do is if I'm looking to buy something, I just search for it and like specifically what I'm looking for, and then try to find the item versus going to someone's closet. And if I'm trying to find like, sometimes if I'm listing something, I'll go through, like for example, really recently I listed all those shoes. I'll go through and look at listings and try to find shoes that I think are really, really good pictures. And then I'll look at their pictures to try to replicate their pictures. So there are like empty hanger pictures are really good. So sometimes I'll go to her closet and try to see how she took pictures. And so, yeah, so that's different than I guess my favorite closet to shop in. But okay, people say keep the prices high in the shoes, just wait for the right buyer. That's what I'm doing. They're so cute. I'm just like, someone will love them and will buy them from me. What size are the shoes? I knew someone was going to ask that. They are a 38.5, which is the European size. So I think they're 8.5 in the US sizes, which is my size, but I don't know where I'm going to wear these. Like I work and I come home and I don't really have anywhere to wear these heels to. So otherwise, yeah, I would keep them and wear them. Okay. So let's see. I think I'm on the 4th question. So this question, I wanted to have some questions that are interactive. So I'll give you guys options and you can try to guess what the answer is. It's kind of dorky, but I think it'll be fun. So this question is, how old are you? So this question was from Sarah Magia, I think is her name. And thank you, Sarah, because she always shares my closet and puts really nice comments on my videos. So thank you, Sarah, appreciate it. So do you think I am 22, 24, 26, 28, or 30? 40. Yeah, right. So I'm one of the even numbers, either 22, 24, 26, 28, or 30. One of those is how old I am. 17, 28, 22, 26, 24. You guys are all in the right range. So I am 26 years old. That's about on the average. Looks like there's quite a few people that are lower and quite a few people that are higher. But yeah, I'm 26 years old. 24, 24, 28. It looks like not very many people guess 26. It's like 22 and 28 were the most common. Yeah, good job to those of you who got it. I'm 26 years old. It's interesting because based on my stats, most of my viewers are actually older than me. So I think it's only like 10% of my viewers are under 25 and everyone else is older. So I don't know, it kind of surprised me when I saw my stats for the first time. Victoria says I'm young. Apparently, compared to my viewers, I'm pretty young is what I've found. Another interesting stat is 95% of my viewers are female. I see Timothy in the chat. Everyone else is female, I think. So that kind of lines up with what I've seen in my stats before. And on to the next pair of shoes. Okay, so the next pair is a pair of Haan heels. And they are patent leather, peep toe. I forgot, and I have these listed at $30. They are size 6. Again, Haan. Just got here. Is that everyone's age? Oh no, I was asking people to guess how old I am. So I am 26, Hickory Springs. Timothy says I work with 200 women. What do you do? Sorry, Hickory, I just read your comment. That's funny. No, I also was saying that most of my viewers are actually a lot older than I am. Like, only 10% are under 25 years old. So you're probably in the average demographic. Okay, so the next question, question 5. So this question I actually got from 3 people. So Mary Salaji, sorry, I don't know how to say your last name, and Ava Lynn, and Peaches Tribe. They all asked me how I started reselling. So how I started reselling. So I don't really know exactly. I was trying to think back on this and I don't really remember precisely how I started reselling. Like growing up, we've always gone to garage sales, thrift stores. Like I remember when I was a teenager and I got to buy something new for the first time because we got everything at garage sales and at thrift stores. So that's just been like the norm for me to shop there. And then I started watching a YouTuber named Best Dressed, and she would buy vintage clothes and resell them on Depop. And I think that might have been where I initially got the idea of reselling things. And so then when I would go to garage sales, I don't know, at some point I was like, oh, this item is awesome. I should try to resell it online. And then that's kind of where it started. Like I love going to garage sales and the idea that I could buy the really good stuff, even if it didn't fit me, and then make money on it. I don't know. I just loved the idea and I love the hobby. Okay. So the next pair of shoes. Okay, the next pair of shoes are a vintage pair of Salvatore Ferragamos, and I have them listed at $45. If you don't know the brand Salvatore Ferragamo, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's a really good brand. You should definitely look out for it. Oh, these are all the way at the bottom. So here is the shoe. They have a little bow on the end, and they're just so cute. The only issue is that the sole is kind of coming out of the heels, and I did disclose that very clearly in my listing. I thought about trying to buy glue and trying to glue the sole down, but I decided just to list it and say that the soles need to be glued down, and then if at some point I do buy the glue, then I can fix them and update the listing. But for now, I just have them listed noting that. And then if I did fix them, I could up the price. But for now, they're listed in my closet. This is what they look like. They're vintage. They're super cute. And again, this is a really good brand. Sourced, I got these at a garage sale. Don't know how much I paid. Probably a couple dollars. Yeah, so got those at a garage sale. Most of my stuff in the summer especially, I mean, I just started, but what I've bought the past few months is almost all from garage sales. Okay, next question. Question 6. Okay, this is another interactive one. Someone says to watch Tino on shoes to show how to fix soles, etc. Awesome. I will check him out because I'm kind of wondering like what's the best glue to buy? What's the method? Like I don't want to ruin the shoes. I just want to fix them. So the next question is another interactive one. And this one is the one I'm most excited about to see what you guys think. The question is actually this wasn't a question, but I wanted to have you guys answer this question before I answer one a lot of people asked. So the question was, what were your majors in college? So I'm going to give you guys 4 options, and I want you guys to guess what my majors were. So I had 2 majors. So the 4 options are: first, anthropology and history; second, mathematics and economics; third, fashion merchandising and supply chain management; or fourth, physics and chemistry. So which one do you guys think I majored in? I can say those again if you want. I went through them fast. So the first one is anthropology and history. Second, mathematics and economics. Third, fashion merchandising, supply chain management. Or fourth, physics and chemistry. Fashion and anthropology. That's funny. Okay, so I've got first, second, fourth, physics, math, fashion, history. It's kind of mixed. Good. I was hoping that I wouldn't make it too obvious with my answers. Physics and chem, I can tell you like history. I do like history. I feel like I'm not very good at it. I guess there's a giveaway. It's not history. I feel like with history, I just wish I knew more. I'm trying to learn more. Three, 4. Okay, so my majors in college were mathematics and economics. So there were so Shelby got it right, Maria, Katie, and Juliet, and Denise. So Liz commented, you're so good at stats. Liz, actually, we took classes together in college, so. And yeah, so I was a math and economics major in college. And specifically, my major was mathematics, actuarial science, or statistics and actuarial science. So one of my favorite comments I got, or questions I got, was someone said something like, you're so analytical in your videos, and so that makes me wonder, what do you do for a full-time job? And are you also analytical in your full-time job? And I definitely am. Like, I read that comment and I just started laughing. Someone has figured me out. Oh my gosh, someone else is an actuarial science major? No way. That's awesome. Wow, I would fail those classes. I didn't fail them, thankfully, but they were definitely hard and rough. I love statistics and math, though I'm a nurse. My sister, one of them is a nurse and one of them is a paramedic, so it's definitely in the family. I just didn't choose that path. Okay, on to the next pair of shoes. The next pair are these. I forgot the price already. Okay. There are these Cobb Hill shoes. I have these listed at $35. They are in extremely good condition. They look very, very comfortable, very nice. Nothing wrong with them. And again, I have these listed at $35. And I keep forgetting to say the sizes. They are a size 9. I'm so bad at math. I'm an accountant. Oh, cool, Hickory Springs. I see you comment all the time, so now I'm going to remember that. Okay. The next comment is related, or the next question is related to the last one. Who commented it? Sorry, I can't find it in here. Sorry, I'm not giving credit to you. Someone asked me what my full-time job is. So my full-time job is I'm an actuary. So does anybody know what an actuary does? I feel like it's like 10% of people know what I do when I tell them that I'm an actuary. So if you Google what an actuary does, it'll say like an actuary. Were you the one that was an actuarial science major? Yeah. Albert says, holy crap. Yeah, insurance. Sometimes people will say, oh, is that what the person in Long Cane Poly does? Yeah, that's what the person in Long Cane Poly does. Underwriter, not quite. There's different people who don't do underwriting. So if you Google it, it'll say like actuaries, like analyze risk or price insurance. Those are the 2 most common things. Someone says you don't need Poshmark as part-time. Yeah, I do love it. That's why I do it. I love it. It's like my hobby. It's so fun. It's like having my own business. Anyway, so yeah, I'm an actuary. I work at an insurance company. And if you know anything about actuaries, you know they take a ton of exams. And that's actually why I wanted to make this video, because I'm studying for an exam right now. And so my next exam is a 4-hour exam. And the recommended study time is 100 hours per hour of exam. So for this exam, I'm supposed to study about 400 hours. And so my Poshmark life is like toned down quite a bit because I am studying a lot. So my exam is 2 months and 1 week-ish from today. And so in the next 2 months, I'll probably be uploading a lot less to Poshmark and uploading or like posting a lot less listings. And then after my exam, then I'll be back to uploading videos. So that was one of the main reasons I want to upload this, is to explain why my channel is going to have a little bit less than I normally do, because I will be studying instead of Poshmarking. Okay, let me see the comments now. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this person who's an actuarial science major said, do you live in Des Moines? I work at EMC. Yeah, I do live in Des Moines. There's a lot of actuaries in Des Moines because we have a lot of companies who hire them. No math major here, but I wish I was smart enough to be an actuary. You were a math major? I'm sure you can do it then. Is that like an undertaker? When do the exams stop? Oh, that's a good question. So there were previously 8 exams and like a bunch of papers. They just changed it, so now there is another exam. Thankfully, I already passed that point, so I don't have to take the new one. But the average age to finish them, so like at the very end of the exams, you go to this big conference and they announce like the average age at the conference. And so the average age to finish at the 2 conferences my friends went to was 30 years old and 29 years old. So I'm still under that. I still have time. But the exams do take a long time. There's a lot of studying to do for each of them. There's a lot of exams. And so, yeah, I've passed 5 exams and a lot of papers, and I have 3 exams left. So someone says, good luck. Not an actuary, but I live in Iowa. You're amazing. Thank you, Juliet. I'm in Missouri. Are there any Minneapolis people in the chat? Message her. She wants to go thrifting. Okay, yeah, so anyways, that's my job, and that's why my channel is going to be a little bit slower, because I'm studying for my next test. And some people also ask, when I tell them that I'm studying, they're like, oh, are you in school, or are you working full-time? And then how it works for actuaries is that you work full-time, and then in the few months before your exam, you get paid hours to study. So right now, I work full-time, like 6 hours a day, and then I study for 2 hours a day. And so that's a nice perk, is that basically I get paid a full-time wage, but I'm still studying and still like increasing my education. Amanda says, wow, interesting. I hope I explained that well. I feel like, I don't know, I just like slurred what was on my brain. So, okay, next pair of shoes. So the next are a pair of Danskos. Again, if you haven't heard of Danskos, this is an awesome brand to resell from what I've been told. Haven't sold them yet, but I've been told by a ton of people this is a good brand. Thank you, Thrifted Culture. She says, best luck on your test. I hope it goes well. And there's a 40% pass rate on each exam. So if I fail, it's okay. 60% of people fail each exam. So, so these Danskos, I have 2 pairs, but I'll show you the first pair. This is the pair of shoes. I have them listed at $45. They're really nice. I got these at a garage sale again. I did pay up relative to what I normally pay. I paid like $8 for them. But again, I've heard tons of people talk about Danskos. I love those shoes. I love those Danskos. Awesome. Yeah, they're really nice. I hope that I find someone who wants to buy them. And if you want to know the sizes, go to my Poshmark closet. I know I keep forgetting to say the sizes. Okay, so this is the last question I prepared, and then I'll go into the chat and answer some questions. 47 people. Hi, everybody. Thank you for watching. Again, this is my first live, so I'm glad to see so many people tuned in. So the last question, someone asked me, what is your sharing method? I do plan at some point to do a video about this, but I want to wait till I have like a more specific method or a more thought out method. All I do right now is I share my closet. I think that's definitely the most important, to share your own items. Excuse me. I share my own closet, and then I share the closets of people who share my items, because my hope is that while I'm sharing, I want to create as much like reshares in my closet later when I'm not on the app. And so I'll go share people's closets that I know will share mine, because then I'm thinking, okay, maybe 4, 5, 6 hours later from now, other people will be sharing my closet. And then I'm also part of a share group. So there are like something like 70 people in the share group. And then the group is split into 7 smaller groups with 10 people in each. And so every day I have 10 people that I go and share their closets. And then there's also 10 people who will come and share my closet. And the reason I like that, again, is I share during lunch like one part of the day. And then during the rest of the day, other people are sharing my closet. And so in that part of the day when I'm sharing, I share a bunch of people's, in the hopes that throughout the day, those people will be sharing back on my closet. That's my method for now. And at some point I'll do a video once I feel like I've kind of like perfected my sharing method. Okay, one more pair of shoes, and then I'm going to go to the chat and answer some questions. The next is another pair of dance goes. These I have listed at $40. They have just a little bit more wear on them, which is why I listed them less. And this person at the garage sale had her boxes. She did wear them, but she had the boxes for them, which I thought was really nice. Here are the dance goes. They're like the Mary Jane style. They have this nice embroidery on them. Again, really comfy inside, and this green color. Okay, now I'm gonna go to the chat and answer some questions. Everyone in the chat should hit the thumbs up. Thanks, Posh with Pets, and please do. That would be great. I would appreciate it. You are doing great for a first live. Thank you, Victoria. I think at the beginning I could tell that I was nervous because I was a little bit stuttery, but I find dance clothes all the time. They sell well. I'm a nurse, so know how popular they are. Yeah, I know a lot of nurses wear them. I showed my sisters when I bought them, and one sister was like, "Those are so ugly," and then my other sister was like, "Nurses love those shoes." The one that's a nurse. I'm like, "Yeah, I know." Denise, oh yeah, Denise says, "What's your Poshmark closet?" So I usually start the video by saying that. So my Poshmark closet is Dressed by Amber. So DRESSED, Dressed by Amber. So Stephanie says, on average, how many hours a week do you spend on Poshmark? And what is the most you've listed in a week? So the average hours, like, obviously, it varies a ton, especially recently because I've been spending hardly any time on Poshmark because I've been studying. But I'm trying to think, like in a typical week when I'm not studying, or like in the past couple months when I wasn't studying, I probably spend an hour a day sharing, and then one night a week I'll spend a couple hours listing, and then on Saturdays or Sundays, one of those days I probably spend like 4 hours or 5 hours listing. So I don't spend well, and then there's also sourcing. So that's my favorite part of it, and that's like what I absolutely love because I love going to garage sales. I love going to thrift stores. I love like finding a good deal and like finding the excitement of a good deal. It's so much fun. So yeah, I guess I'm not really sure. A couple hours. I've actually thought about tracking my hours for like a month or two, and then determining how much like per hour I make based on like how many hours do I spend doing this and this and this and this, and how much do I make in profit, and then translate that to what do I make per hour. Okay. Thrifted Culture says, do you notice an increase in traffic because you're part of the share group? I don't know. I don't think I have. I definitely think like it helps make sales because it's so important to have your items shared and at the top of the list. And so because I have 10 people sharing my closet every day, there's like a chance every time they share it that someone will buy it when it's at the top of the listing. I'm going to go do another pair of shoes and then I'll go back to the chat. So the next pair are, let's see, I keep forgetting to look up how much I've listed at. Okay. Next pair are these sandals. The brand is Nurture. I have these listed at $20. Again, very comfortable. I guess I just have like a lot of comfortable shoes today. All right, and these actually were from an older haul as well. Okay, back to the chat. Okay, so Eddie Diaz says, I think I sell mainly on eBay part-time, think of cross-selling on Poshmark. What would be some good tips on how different it is? I sell sporting goods and sneakers and cleats mainly. I've never sold on eBay, so I don't have a like super good understanding of eBay. From what I've watched a lot of YouTube videos. So from what people say on YouTube that sell on both platforms, it seems like people say on Poshmark brand matters more. On Poshmark also though, if it's just a really, really cute or trendy style, that can also help it sell really well. So it's, I don't know. And the third thing I guess is that on Poshmark, you have to be a lot more active. It is a social media platform, or it's supposed to be like a social media platform. So you have to interact with other people. You have to share your items a lot, share other people's items. Whereas on eBay, you can just list your item and leave it. So I don't know, some people like each platform better. I only have experience with Poshmark, so I feel like I don't have a really good opinion about this since I don't know eBay that well. Motion and Color says hi, hi. um, shoot, my chat just like skipped. Where was I at? Timothy says, what's your long-term goal as a reseller? Do you want to go full-time? Oh, Amanda actually asked this question too. It was on my list. I forgot to answer it. I would love to go full-time, but I don't think I could make nearly as much as I do as an actuary, to be honest. Like that's the actually like 100% truth. I would love to sell full-time because I love it and it's so much fun. It doesn't feel like work to me. And I think the only way I could go full-time is if I were to have a bunch of wholesaling connections. So I'm getting a bunch of goods at once, have my own employees who are working for me and basically, I don't know, like listing a lot of the items for me. I don't think I could list all the items myself, source all the items myself, and I don't know, make as high of income as I do now. So I don't know, that's the honest answer. I would love to go full time because I think it's so much fun and I love doing it as a hobby for now. Stephanie says, it would be a good idea to track your hours. I might try that. Do it. See what it comes out to. I think it'd be, like I said, I think it'd be really interesting to see what it comes out to is per hour. Stephanie says you pick great shoes. Thank you. Oh, speaking of shoes, back to another pair of shoes. So the next pair I have listed at $55. It is a Haan and Nike Air, what are they called? Collaboration. So these are the shoes. They are in like new condition. I bought these at a garage sale and the lady said she had never worn them. So this is what they look like. Again, they're just very, very nice, very pretty. Haan is a good brand. And like I said, I have them listed at 55 and I've had a few people who are interested in them. So I think it's a good price. Shelby says, what would you say you spend on average per item when you source? I think I spend probably like $2 per item, something like that. I buy almost everything at garage sales. And at garage sales, most of the time people just want to get rid of their stuff. So they'll have shirts marked at 25 cents, 50 cents, $1, or shoes marked at $2. Shoes, sometimes I will spend more. Like those Danskos, I spent $8 each on them. The Haans, I spent $8 on. But most of these other ones I spend $2, $3 on, and then shirts are less. Jeans, I try only now to get the nicer brands, and I usually spend about $5 per pair of jeans. But I think as I learn brands better and I feel more comfortable buying stuff that's more expensive, my average price will increase because I'll want to buy the stuff that's more expensive knowing I can sell it for even more. Right now, I'm still not like certain sometimes, and so if it's really expensive, I just avoid it because I don't know. I just don't want to make a mistake. The chat skipped again. Posh with Pet says, do you ask your high school age sister to help you pick out new trends from her classmates? I haven't, but I've actually thought about that before, about how do I know what the trends are? And so I haven't actually asked her, but I have watched her. That sounds so creepy, but like I know what she's wearing and like what she thinks is what is in style for her, and so that does help to have some idea. And then my other sister, I got a pair of overalls, and she was so excited about them, and I knew from online that the overalls were really in style. And then when she reacted as like, oh my gosh, those are so cool, that was just like confirmation that overalls are in style. Okay, back to a pair of shoes. What are we at? 34 minutes? That's doing pretty good. Okay, next pair of shoes are a Marc Fisher pair of flats. I have them listed at $30. These are the shoes. These are really cute. This is totally like my style of shoe that I would wear to work or something. Again, I have these listed at $30. Okay. Back to the questions. Cynthia says, do you know about the 30-minute rule strategy and have you tried it? I do know about that rule, and that was probably one of the first Poshmark videos I ever watched was, what's her Lindy Glenn. She has a video about the 30-minute method. So I watched her video, and then I tried that in my closet, and now I don't really stick to that method, but I do pieces of it. Like, I definitely share my closet every day, a couple times a day, and like I said, I share other people's, but usually I share other people's with the hope that they'll share mine later. Um, oh, I don't know why it does that. It keeps jumping to the bottom. Floppy Bob says, on a typical thrifted item, what is your strategy for pricing? Do you try to get 2 to 3 times what you pay after fees and your sourcing price? I don't really have a rule like that. I just get to the garage sale, see what they have, and if I think I can make at least $10 on it, then I'll probably buy it. I guess that's kind of my rule, is like if I can make at least 10, then I'll buy it and try it out. And sometimes I'll see a brand that a lot of other people talk about, and so then I'll buy it just to see how that brand does for me. Okay, next to the next pair of shoes. Next are a pair of Keens. I have them listed at $45. I could tell you the size, right, when I look on here. Why didn't I think of that before? Okay, so these are a size 8. So these are the Keens. They are a size 8. They are leather. Again, like really, really good condition. And I got those at a garage sale as well. So Jen Gem says, what made you start YouTube? Actually, my friend sent me a couple questions. Sorry, Liz, I forgot. And she asked the same question, like, why did I start posting videos on YouTube? So I don't know, I've just been a YouTube addict for a really long time. Like, that's what I do to relax or to like de-stress. I just watch YouTube videos. And so I've been wanting to make YouTube videos for a while. And then when I got into Poshmark and got into reselling, I kept looking for videos and then they wouldn't be there. And so then I was like, okay, this is something that I'm really passionate about and I really like YouTube. Like, I'm going to try this out. So for example, my second video ever was comparing packaging on Poshmark. And that video was one that I had gone and looked for, and I couldn't find a video that actually, like, everyone just talks about what they do, but I wanted someone to like compare a lot of different people. And so I made that video. And then like with mystery reseller boxes, I wanted someone to actually review it and show, what do you actually get in the box? Is it worth it? And versus just saying what they think it's worth, actually look up what solds have been in the past. And so that's kind of why I started my channel. I love YouTube. And then I was looking for videos and they weren't on YouTube. And so I was like, okay, here's a great way to create videos that other people might want to see. All right, next pair of shoes. Next pair is a pair of Coach loafers. I think these are definitely an older style because all of the solds were lower prices than some of the newer Coach shoes. So these are a 7.5, and I have them listed at $35. And these were in one of my videos before. I got these at a garage sale from our neighbors at our old house. Okay, back to the chat. Oh, right, and Liz's other question before I forget, she also asked if I make money on YouTube. And I did actually just recently get to the point that I could monetize my channel. So I am making a little bit of money now from my YouTube videos. And I'm going to do a video at some point explaining exactly how much I make, because that's another thing I've always wanted to know. And I've never actually seen a video that, well, that's not true. There was, I'm forgetting her name. There's someone who just uploaded a video who's resells on Poshmark, and she just said exactly how much she makes. But I'm going to do that as well and say like, per 1,000 views is how much I'm making, because I think it'd be interesting. And so I want to upload the video. Okay. Also, thank you guys for all being so nice. I was kind of nervous to go live because I was afraid there'd be mean comments, but so far no one's been mean. So thank you. Okay. So Thrifted Culture says, do you make short-term goals for your reselling business? Or do you just kind of have fun with it and not worry too much about Posh followers or what you make each month? I do make goals, but my goals are more specific to like listing. Like I'll make a goal. Like when I was listing those shoes, my goal was to get them all listed before the end of the day. Or I'll make a goal like to get all of my jeans listed before the next week. You can see that in my videos sometimes, like I'll say it like my goal is to get this done. And so my goals are more about listing, or I want to get these listed by this day. Those are like my main goals. For profit, my goal is just to like keep improving my per item profit. And I'll be uploading a video at some point. I just hit 200 sales. And so I'm going to compare my last 100 to the first 100. And good news, my profit per item has increased. And so that's kind of my goal overall, is to keep increasing my profit per item as I become, as I have a better understanding of what to sell and how to sell it and how to take pictures and all those things. Shelby says, I usually spend about $1 per item, but my profits aren't too high. I'm so scared to spend more. Yeah, I understand. I'm always afraid to spend like, I don't know, $10, $15 an item, and then it just sits, and then, or it sells for less, and then it's just a really bad purchase. Juliet says, I keep track of items over $5. Do you track how much you pay for each item / cost? And then parentheses, being an actuary. Yeah, I do keep track of like everything. I have a spreadsheet. I used to keep track of like what day I bought it, how much I paid for it, where I purchased it at, like every stat I could. But at this point, I started buying things more frequently, and then I don't know, just didn't make the time, I guess, to update my spreadsheet. And so it is a little bit stale at the moment, but I was for a long time keeping track of every single detail. Hickory says, I have a sort of technical question. After you take the photos of your items and after you list them, do you just delete the photos from your phone or camera? So right now, I don't. I leave them on my phone until they sell, and then I delete the pictures. But I need to like get a cloud system hooked up to my phone so I can just upload them to the cloud, and then I can delete them on my phone. They're still saved somewhere in case I want to relist later. And because my phone keeps getting full of storage, and so I really need to get to the point where I'm just uploading to like, I don't know, the Google Cloud or Google Photos. I don't know exactly how it works because I haven't researched it yet. My boyfriend is going to be like embarrassed if he watches this video. But yeah, at the moment, I just leave them on my phone and I delete them after I make a sale. Carrie Berry's mom says, who do you watch on YouTube? Oh, I have like thought about if I got this question before, who I would say. It tends to vary a lot. So I'll go specifically to resellers on Poshmark. I started off watching Rosa Klochkov. Sorry, Rosa, if I said your name wrong. And Shailene Sean. They were like the first two people I watched. They do primarily hauls on their channels, and I learned a lot from them about what brands to buy. And then I started branching out more as I started reselling and started making videos. I really, really like Rally Roots channel. They have a really good business. They have lots of wholesaling connections. They have employees, and they have like a huge variety of content on their channel. So they're like probably my favorite channel to watch. I also really like watching Empty Hanger and Leah Kritchinger, I think is how you say her name. I feel like I'm probably forgetting some because I'm trying to rattle off the top of my head, but those are kind of the reseller ones that I think of, again, off the top of my head. Oh my gosh, I just got 2 super chats. Thank you guys. That's so cool. Thank you, Carrie Berry and Victoria Johnson. Okay. Sarah says, I asked my daughter, I sent her a photo today and asked if black socks and sport slides slash sandals were in style because I saw several young people wearing them. My sister definitely wears that, so maybe. Eddie says, would you do raw / TJ Maxx sourcing? Have you tried that at all? I haven't yet. At the moment, like I find enough stuff at garage sales that I like and that I'm happy with. And like I said before, there's a much lower cost to buy those items, whereas Ross and TJ Maxx, you really have to know what you're doing and make sure you're buying styles and brands that you can really resell for more. So again, as I learn more, maybe I'll start doing that, but for now I'll just stick to garage sales. G. Jasso says those are cool. Sorry, I'm behind, so I don't know which ones you're talking about. Thrifty Culture says, I love to do YouTube, but I see how hateful people get about people and their business, and I changed my mind. Yeah, that's honestly why I was the most afraid to start making YouTube videos, because people can be very, very negative on the internet. And I've gotten like a handful of negative comments, but thankfully for the most part, people are really positive. And when I get a negative comment, I just try to remember that there's way more positive comments than negative. And yeah, just try to ignore them. And usually I try not to respond to negative comments, and usually other people respond to them, which I really appreciate. Posh with Pet says the Deal Queen. Yeah, the Deal Queen is the one that recently uploaded a video talking about how much money she has made on her YouTube channel. Posh with Pet says, you're doing great. I wish I had the nerve. Are you talking about uploading YouTube videos? Just do it. It's so scary, and your first videos are going to be terrible, probably, but you just got to do it. Thank you guys for the nice comments. I appreciate it. Stephanie says it's really important to keep track. Everyone should, especially for tax purposes. So I do keep track at a high level. Yeah, the taxes, I'm actually meeting with a CPA soon to talk that through, just to make sure I know exactly what I need to do. And yeah, so that tax season is a little bit smoother. Ava says, so bummed I'm late. Hi, Ava. Thank you for commenting on my videos and asking questions. I answered one of your questions earlier of how I got into reselling. Milk Cap says people are donating money in case you missed it. Yeah, I saw that. Thank you guys. Bonafide Hustler is a great educator for items to sell as well. I've heard of his channel. I haven't actually watched his videos yet, but at some point I probably will. Ava Lynn says, do you block negative comments? I haven't. I have deleted 2 comments. I don't know if I should get into this, but I've deleted 2 comments. One of them was just like very sexual and creepy. And the other one was just really mean, and actually Poshmark flagged it as spam, so it never even got posted. So I have deleted 2 comments, and those are the reasons why. But normally I just leave the comments on there, because I feel like, especially, I get most of the negative comments on the reseller reviews, and I feel like it makes the video more fair if I leave in the people who disagree with what I'm saying, so people can see both sides of the opinion. So Hickory Spring says troll. I don't know, maybe. Okay, I think I made it now. I caught up to the chat. Motion and Color, Mackenzie Buchanan. I'm not sure. You want to elaborate? I'm not sure. Is that a channel? I've never heard of that channel. Okay, next pair of shoes. I have 5 pairs left, so I'll show those, answer questions till then, and then I'll probably stop the video. And thank you all for asking so many questions. I was actually like really nervous that I would only get like 2 people watching, but Timothy said this is to buy some sticky rollers to put on the counter to keep the dog off. So in one of my videos, my dog was getting scolded in the background, and I knew it was because he likes to he's a golden retriever and he likes to put his feet on the counter. So that's what he's referring to. Thank you, Timothy. Carrie Berry says you need to get a moderator to keep out trolls. Thankfully on this video I haven't had any trolls. Thank you guys so much. And I don't actually know how to get a moderator, but I'll figure that out at some point. Okay, so next pair of shoes. These I have shown in a video before. They're a pair of Keds. They are size 10. I have them listed at $20. I started them higher and I've lowered them because they have not sold yet. And, excuse me, sorry, I had one beer earlier and it's making me burp. Okay, so next are a pair of Born Flats. Thank you, Lucia. Sorry if I'm not saying your name right. The next are a pair of Born Flats. They are size 8.5, and I have them listed at $20. Here they are. And okay, Next are a pair of Walking Cradles Comfort Sandals. They are size 12, and I have them listed at $20. These are the shoes. They're in super good condition. Again, this is like a pair that I don't know if the owner ever actually wore them, because I think that this would have worn off pretty quickly. Thank you, Britt. That's such a nice comment. She says, I personally love watching your videos because of how real you are. You're so positive and really give thorough behind the scenes details. It's helped me a lot since I'm new to reselling. Thank you. I try to be real. I hope it comes off as that. Ava says, are you on Instagram? I'm still not on Instagram. I do want to get on Instagram, but that's probably a post-exam feat that I'll tackle. I know it doesn't take that much work, but I want to, I don't know, get it off to a good start when I do start the Instagram. So I don't want to create an Instagram account and then never post to it for a couple months. But okay, and I think I have 2 pairs left. These I bought at the same garage sale. They are both sneakers. One is a pair of Nike sneakers. I have them listed at $25. They're a size 7. The other pair is Adidas sneakers. I have them listed at $20, and they're a size 6. So here are the Nike sneakers. This is like definitely a kind of shoe that I would have worn when I was in high school. This is what they look like. I love pink and black, and I love like Nike shoes, so that would have been right up my alley. And then also this pair of Adidas high top sneakers. So that is all the shoes. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Isha says she just started watching. I'm just wrapping up. I've just gone through all of the shoes. I'll answer a few more questions and then I'll end the video. Hi, Amber, all the way from New Zealand. Hi, Faith. Oh, that's another stat. On my channel, it's like 99% of viewers, I think, are from the US. So those of you from out of the country, you are rare. There's a couple people from UK and Australia, I think. And then I guess Faith is from New Zealand. G. Jasso says, it's a good sign to tell if the shoes have been worn a lot, if the insoles are worn out. Yeah, definitely. And those, like I said, those shoes, I think they would have worn off quickly if they have been worn a lot. Posh with Pet says, I had about half a dozen pair of those Nikes. You mean you wore them, or you were trying to sell them? G. Jasso says that Adidas are awesome. Yeah, I really like them. They're really small, though. They're only size 6, so gotta have small feet. Isha says, do you think you're going to buy another mystery box and do a video? I love those videos of yours. I do plan to buy another one at some point. Again, I probably won't buy one until after my exam. And I haven't decided yet how I'm going to pick which box I buy next. I'm thinking about listing out all of the people that people have recommended that I buy from, and then do some kind of random number generator to choose it. So it's completely random. And then, yeah, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it yet, but that's what I'm thinking right now. Posh with Pet says, so many colors. Yeah, they're really bright sneakers. All right. Well, I think I've got through all the questions, and I have gotten through all the shoes. So thank you all for watching. And if you haven't given this video a thumbs up yet, please do. Again, thank you all for watching, and I hope you guys all have a good night and a good weekend.